Why, hello. Happy Wednesday night, you guys. Thanks for watching, man, and thanks for joining. Being that I know we like to get a little crew in here to hang out together, we'll wait a minute, you guys, before we get started, but I got a little variety of things to work on tonight, so if you guys got some time, let's hang out. What's up, everybody? Happy springtime to most of my viewers. I'm happy to not be freezing today here in Michigan. I'm grateful for that. And Denver, how are you, man? It's nice to see you, dude. Thank you for being here. Thanks everybody for being here. And if it's your first time here, I'm Kurt. I'll give you I won't talk with my hands. Hey, you guys, what's going on? So, happy Wednesday to everybody, and happy early spring break, or spring break to some. I get to get out of Michigan next week and go on spring break, so I'm looking forward to a week away. I'm taking my wife and kids and sister. We're going to Jamaica. So how fun is that? Haven't been like on a vacation really in a long time. So I'm looking forward to that. And Adam, I wish I had some 40s Superman today. And thanks for watching. Everybody that's here for the first time, thanks for watching. On Wednesday nights, you guys, I like to do the live show like this because it's fun. I like to talk to you guys. I like to see you. And then I like to work on a little variety because most of my customers like modern era stuff or gaming stuff or some vintage stuff or some stuff in the middle. So I always try to pick out a little variety. Tonight, you guys, like one of my boys, one of my sons, loves modern era Pokemon. And he likes to get them graded. So I'll show you guys, I know tons of people love modern era stuff. So we'll go through a couple of these because sometimes I'll get people will say to me, hey, do you clean modern cards? Do you out of the pack? And I'll say sometimes. We'll just see. Usually Pokemon are in pretty good shape, but we'll just go through them. I always wipe them down and clean them up a little bit. We'll see if we do something from there. Yeah, I'm the thing is, you guys are running a small business like this. I can't just take it off of work. I get hundreds of messages a day, so I will have my phone with me and I will reply to messages while I'm in Jamaica. And it's not something I mind. I love this. I love being able to have Kurt's Card Care and have a community like you guys. So I'll be there to answer questions. Let me look at a couple questions real quick here. Yo, Jill, what's up? Good to see you, girl. And you guys, if you got anything a specific question for me, about a card or something like that, message me because it's hard for me to focus on one thing like that tonight. But you guys, I always reply to messages. I always do sometimes, and I always want to give you a good one. I want to give you a good reply and a thoughtful reply. And everybody, if it's your first time watching a live, thanks. So what I was trying to say is what I do tonight on a live is, if you guys like watching the fun videos where I'll make a before and an after, and I'll try to explain it quickly or whatever, I like those because not everybody has time to watch a live video, but I like doing these because they're just uncut. You'll see stuff work out. You'll see stuff not work out. I think it sets a good expectation of what you can do with your cards. And I just want to help you guys see things that you can do because as collectors, I know we like to collect stuff. We like to touch stuff. We're hands-on people, and that's cool. So now if you know how to even take better care of your cards and clean them up simply, cool. So you're at the right place if you want to see that. All right. Yeah, man. Do you know that I looked up? It's funny, you guys, because I just said that if you're just joining, you guys, I'm taking the family to Jamaica next week. So I'm excited and kind of a little nervous, a little bit anxious because taking kids anywhere is a pain in the butt sometimes, but parents, you guys understand. What's up, you guys? Good to see everybody. But you know what I did? I looked up hobby shops in Jamaica. I couldn't find any so far, but I would absolutely go. I don't know what Jamaicans are big card collectors. I ship Kurt's Card Care all over the world, but I don't really get any orders from Jamaica, so maybe they're not big collectors. But I'll go play some guitar with some Jamaican dudes. I went to Jamaica once before, and I know some reggae stuff, so I got to play with some Rastas. That was fun. I was 20, so that was cool. And guys, I'm going to read a couple quick messages real quick here, and then I will get started with you. Somebody asked me, do I recommend removing, like, if you had a personalized card and said, like, to Dave from Mickey Mantle, do I recommend removing the to Dave part? I don't really recommend anything. I mean, it's doable. You could. I'm sure it's possible, maybe, but like a lot of times, you guys permanent marker on a paper card, it will never go anywhere. So you could screw something up. You know what I mean? Let me hit up another question if you guys are cool with that, real quick. Oh, you know what? Good question. Somebody said, "Hey, I buy cards with breaks, tons of fingerprints for sure. Just usually card spray." That will, because you'd think like a fingerprint, you'd say, how hard is it really to remove a fingerprint off a card? Well, until you try, right? Even if you just like had a fingerprint on a card and tried to wipe it off with a piece of cotton, you smear the damn thing all over the place. So I get it. I know that's simple, but you're right. So card spray is good for that. And let me, guys, I'm going to keep on, because I love the questions. I like answering them. I like this one. Critical Defense wrote, I didn't have any kids, so I can do what I want when I want until I die. You lucky person, you. No, I love my kids, but dude, sometimes like I got twin boys that are about to be 13. My daughter's gonna be 15. All my kids turn new ages in April, and they all have like big personalities, and it's like, whatever, so. All right, so I got one question here. Coach Beard said, have I, the dip method, try soaking a card, have you ever got a graded? Thousands, my friend, thousands. That's the best way I know how to get stains, or how you guys can't always get every wrinkle out of a card, but you can relax them a lot of times with like card spray and like semi-soak or a full soak. So yeah, man, that works well if you want to like clean up an old vintage dirty card or whatever. But you guys, speaking of that, let's jump into the show tonight. And we won't jump in with working on something right away. I owe you guys a report. Remember this last week we started doing a Charizard, and it was here, I'll read it to you. Last week on the show, and I'm going to show you a picture. I started working on I bought this because it was a 4.5, and what it was. It's a Charizard EX Pokemon Japanese X, Y, and Breaks promo. You guys, I'm not the savviest Pokemon shopper, I'll tell you that. But I just like to buy stuff like in this range to like see what works. I'll tell you what, I learned from last week's show that this was I believe a vending machine, or it wasn't out of a pack. So let me show you what we did last week. All right, and then I'm going to, bear with me 1 second, you guys. I just have to add something real quick. Okay, cool. I can't have phone calls coming in when I'm doing my live show. You guys don't want to hear me talk on the phone. So, anyways, oh, dude, I love seeing that message that you're having crazy results with the stains on the Peyton. I know you showed me. That was good. I like seeing that. And then, dude, last week, you guys, we did the card hot tub. If you see a word up there and you're like, what the heck is the card hot tub? I was just using card spray, but I was using it on a little heat pad I have set up over here. And it works really well. I'd say if you have my room right now is 72. And then I turned the card hot tub, my little heating pad over there, up to 100 degrees last week. So, and it worked. I got a bunch of stains out of that what was it? I'll show you guys. So I got it sitting around here. I'll show you. Where did I put it? This is me wandering around. Well, if I find it, I'll show you guys. It was the card I did last week with the red ink all over it. I don't know where the heck I put it. But anyways, if I remember, I'll show it to you guys. But I used the card hot tub to get the card spray warm, and a lot of like 99% of the red ink on this card went away. It was awesome. And now I'm like looking around going, where the heck did I put it? Anyways, it's around here somewhere. But anyhow, I don't think you're going to ever hurt. It's not going to hurt it, Pat. You know what I mean? It's not going to hurt it. It might get the stain out. I think that the best part about the card hot tub was warmth is always good at getting more dirt and stains out through my opinion. So if you guys if you want to see what I'm talking about, I have the whole show recorded. But I want to show you something. So this is what I want to show you. Last week we started with this Pokemon card. So remember, the Japanese, whatever. So when I see stuff like this, I always wonder if I can fix it. And look at, see how this has, you guys, has like a track mark? It's almost like a zipper. Like it was machined into it. So see, remember that one? So last week I did my normal stuff. Did the card spray. Did the whatever you call it. All my pads, plates, everything I show you, all the cool stuff that I do on Pokemon cards to get the dents out. But let me show you this one. So I did all my normal stuff. And look at this. Let's get some good light in here. Absolutely nothing. Womp womp. 0. So look at, that was my note. Charizard, no dice. Nothing. I tried everything. I got it wet. I put little drops of card spray all over it. I increased the spray. I let it sit for a couple days. I did all of it. So I don't know how to give you guys a warning to say if you ever see a tread mark that looks like a zipper going up your Pokemon card, that it probably won't work. But you know what I want to do? Maybe tonight we'll see how fast we go. I might just soak this card for the hell of it now and just see whatever happens. See if my drying skills have gotten any better. But normal pads and plates and spray, not even close to as good as like when you do like stuff from the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Those cards, you guys, moved for me really well. That one, I don't even think it changed one bit. And I worked on that card last week, Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then it got to a point where I'm just like, you know what? That thing ain't going to do anything. But I got to share the wins and the losses with you guys and just share the data for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right, Adam. It is tighter. You're right. It is tighter, but it's not like cool enough to show you guys and say like, hey, look at this. You know, here's a before and after, because it's not good. It's not as good. But I do want to show you something else. Let me tell you this. So let me read some data to you, okay? So I got a card in the mail the other day from one of my buddies, John. So John, you're the man, and you guys, I'm making a video to document this, so like I'll update it. But since you're here on the live show, I like to give you a peek on what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I was saying? I might soak the Pokemon card because it's basically the value of this card to me now is to try stuff on it. It's not really like a card that I'm dying to have in my collection. I will do whatever with it. So, because if we learn something cool with it, because I haven't tried, when I soaked Pokemon cards before, ruined them immediately. Like they just went to crap right away. That will probably happen too. But I figure, why not give it a try, and see if I can dry it any better. You know, that stuff's fun. You know, hey, somebody wrote me and wrote, hey, they like my new hat. I saw that. Somebody write that. Thank you for that. I'm going to give the company and the team that made this for me a huge shout out. I went to the mailbox the other day and to my P.O. box, and there was a box for me. And it was 10 different hats that a gentleman, Sean, made for me. And they were just freaking fantastic. And he made this for me, and I was so grateful. Like I was so 9 different hats with 9 different designs. So touched. So Sean, if you're watching, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. But so for the Charizard, I tried the mist in the pads 4 days in a row on that thing. I couldn't change it one bit. But I'm going to move on to a new card, you guys. We're talking about now the Arch Manning. It's a college football prism card. And what John told me, I won't read the whole letter, but he was telling me that he's into Arch Manning. He's bought like 50 of these cards, but he's been super disappointed because he likes to grade cards. And these cards are really, they have a problem, like from the manufacturer, big indented line on the back. So I'm going to show you that here in a second. So he hit me up and said, hey, Kurt, I see you soak modern cards. If I send you one, would you give it a try? And I said, yeah, of course, especially if it's a common thing. So when I show this to you guys, if you're one of the collectors of college Prism stuff, and because if Arch Manning's card has an indent on, he told me, out of the 50 that he has, 40 of them have that indent on the back. So that tells you, humongous quality control problem. And then he even had all the grading stats for me. Less than a 20% gem rate. Not a good ultra modern card. Not it's a super low ultra modern card gem rate. And so John, you're the man. Thanks for sending this to me. Let me show you guys what it looks like, okay? So let me show you where we started with this one. Oh, turn this around. It's better this way. So do you guys see this? That's on the back of a brand new card from the pack. That thing. And I have a video on this. I'll show it at a different time. That's it. Crazy bad, right? That's straight out of the pack. And 40 of the 50 that he owns has this, okay? So look at this, you guys. I'm going to show you something. So this is the card in Card Spray, and I'm going to show you what I do here. You're going to watch. This is watch the card spray creep across. You'll see it crawl in. What I do is I'll soak a modern card and try to push the dent out. And then I'll try to, dry it nicely. And if you can get the dent out, awesome. So you see how that all popped up and got nice and, that happened right there? That was on, what am I trying to say? It was on slow motion, fast motion or whatever. So that took 22 minutes for that thing to fully saturate and push the back out. Now I'm going to show you guys right now the results, okay? So it was, you know what I'm saying? Especially to like everybody that likes to buy modern era, because like even if you grew up, and if you're an older guy like me or older, you still like your stuff you grew up with. But even though we're double the athletes' ages now and stuff like that, we still like to buy a pack of new baseball or basketball cards. And it sucks when they're like, you hear of Arch Manning and you're like, he's a Manning and this is going to be a good one. And then 40 of the 50 you collect have a huge ass dent in the back. Now, it's not all good. I'm not setting it all up for this thing, but let me show you, okay? So you guys remember the dent? Let me show you this. So I soaked the card for 20 minutes or whatever it took me, and now I've been drying it for a day and a half, 2 days. Oh, I can't remember when I did it. What's today, Wednesday? I think I did that on Monday. So I soaked the card, and now I'm just drying it, and I'm using my technique that I like the best for drying, where I put the card face down in the chamois, so the chamois go around the sides of the card and pull out the moisture, okay? And then I have this, you guys, on the back, so I have a nice smooth texture. Check this out. It's still, let's see, it feels pretty good, but look at this, you guys. Still drying, and you can still see, here's what I found out. You can get the dent out, but it also has a scratch, like one of those fine print lines going through it, if you guys can see it. Let me try to get some better light on here. You can still see. So if you guys have one of these, you can get the dent out of it pretty well, but there is a print line at the bottom of that dent. So I'll give you a back and forth real quick. Let's see. So we started there, so that dent comes on the card, and then I got it to that. I mean, you can't see it really, right? It's pretty good. But if you guys, I'm trying to show you. there's still a line in there. Trust me. Look at, see the word two? See that word two passes? See the line? So there is like a scratch line left in the card, but that's kick ass, isn't it? Like, has the nice texture like Prism. So it's like drying the card like this is fantastic because you'll keep that like rough texture, but it won't get too weird on you. So that's what it started with, you guys. That, well, you see it. So if you run into that issue, you can do a pretty damn good job of getting it out. But there still is a print line at the bottom of that. But I guess I'd take this every single time. So, John, thank you for giving me an Arch Manning card. I'll show you the front, you guys. I didn't show you the front. That's the front. So thanks for the cool card, dude, and thanks for the data. And hopefully this helps other collectors that collect modern era stuff. If you have a big old dent on the back, you have to soak the whole thing, then dry it, and it takes the best part of a week probably, because I don't trust letting this card sit out. I always want the back to be nice and tight and shiny, and I'm just gonna go back to holding it because that's all you really have to do. You know what I mean? Just do that. I saw a good question. Coach Beard asked me, do you have to be careful with numbered cards and a card spray soap? You do, but nothing special, nothing different. Just don't touch the serial numbers. I'm not like a super experienced when it comes to serial numbers. I've done like 6 of them, and it was like 6 for 6. I haven't had a problem with any on-card autographs, sticker autographs, or serial numbers. But, if you guys want to try, remember, you can always get a Sharpie at home and autograph a Bowman Chrome card and soak it so you just know the limits. Because if you had a light autograph on a card, a very faint one, yeah, I bet you could remove it. But the ones I did were bold. And, like, I have one sitting here. Look, I'll show you guys. I kept this card because I figured I could do some future stuff with it. I feel like I'm losing my mind over here. I'm digging through my card pile. All right, remember this one, you guys? This is a while back, so I don't expect you to remember. But do you remember this one? We soaked this one. Josh Giddey. This one had the one that was damaged in the mail. Somebody gave me this in the mail because the back was all like shredded. And I couldn't even really do much with it. I might even try re-soaking it again. This one, but the key was we soaked this and it didn't mess up the sticker or the auto or whatever. So, yeah, I always try on this stuff. I always like to know. And you guys, you can always buy players that weren't like super big successes, at a discounted rate. As long as you're working on the same type of card and the same type of materials, it's the same as the player that you like or the valuable card that you want to work on. You know what I mean? So let me turn this around. Let's get to some new business. Let's work on some new projects. I got a couple things here tonight. This is one of my favorite baseball cards. So I got one of these. It's got some crap on it. It's got some stuff. So, I want to do better than my Pokemon that the card beat me. The Charizard beat me last week. But I got a Barry Sanders. We'll just do a couple easy Pokemon cleanups too, all right? So let me flip this thing around. So, like, when it comes, you guys, to, like, modern era Pokemon cards, I'll do, like, what I do is I cut card mats in bigger pieces. So, kind of like my standard setup. So, my son, Jake, these are his, and him and his buddies still collect at school, which is cool. So, like, they trade and stuff like that at school. But, like, what I'll do is I'll teach Jake, or if anybody's watching this, I know somebody watching this show has never worked on a card before, so don't worry, I'll show you how to get started, all right? So let me show you guys, like, something that I'll just do when I get these, like, you'll notice, you guys, that, like, a lot of Pokemon cards will have, like, a little crescent to them. I don't let that bother me too much, like, if you wanted to hold it between the pads and plates or something like that, you could. But, I mean, even brand new, they have a little bit of a curve. But, like, being that these were they're all rather new, what I do in these situations is I will just typically use a little bit of card spray because Jake brings them home, and we will typically case them up, so they do get handled a little bit. So I just say, like, whether you like to grade your cards or just display them or whatever the heck, you know, this is just an easy thing to do. So you guys will see me do cards that have tons of like issues and stuff, and we'll do that tonight. Don't worry, we're starting with the appetizers here. We'll do a couple of these, but I want you guys to kind of see the rhythm that I work on when it comes to stuff like this. I don't sit here and pine over them, you know, all night long, but I'll just give kind of like a thorough front and back, and these cards always clean up, you know, really well. But I will remove any little bit of remaining moisture from card spray. Then I'll typically card polish the front and the back. And then, you guys, something that I want you to remember is always just clean towards the edge, wipe towards the edge. Also, if you wear gloves, or put a penny sleeve over there so you don't put your left hand or your non-cleaning hand all over the card while you're cleaning it. I screwed up cards before when I was nervous, when I was like holding it too hard with this hand. I put like finger indents into them before. So just chill out, have fun. Don't do a live show, you know, just clean your cards by yourself. You know, just get comfortable at first. And then, you guys, there's a few. The nice thing about TCG cards, Pokemon in particular, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, they all clean up nice. Gaming cards have a nice texture on them. They're pretty protected. And you guys will be even really impressed just to see like a lot of like light play, medium play come out of the cards. But there are a few that you want. Like there's a few types of Pokemons with a few extra embellishments and things like we do on sports cards when I say don't touch autographs or don't touch, you know, don't clean over serial numbers. There's a few rules when it comes to Pokemon, and if you're new to working on these cards, please just spend 5 minutes and go to my website and go to the TCG tab at the top, and I'll have a list of do's and don'ts and all that stuff. So nothing major, you guys. I'll just make sure that it's clean and it looks good. The back is clean, no fingerprints, and I'll put it to the side. Kind of same deal here. But this one, you guys will have, this is why it's key to go over this stuff. Because, like, on modern cards, if you get them graded, let's just be real, you want to get a 10. So, like, you'd be surprised, you guys, you leave little crap, little pieces of junk like this on the cards. I mean, maybe they won't care, but I bet you, you know what I mean? There's no reason not to. But look, we'll get those little things off quick. And then, you guys, I want to show you this Barry Sanders patch I have here tonight, and I'll give you a little preview of the Jeter. The Jeter has a few things going on that I want to show you guys. And it's one of the most kind of like requested cards from sports card collectors. People love that one, you know, so thanks for watching tonight. And I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch me go through the whole pile, but I just want you to know that just if you're going to prepare a few brand new modern era cards that you want to get graded, because that's what my son thinks grading is awesome. He loves the tens, you know. And I can't argue with him. That's cool. But you got to spend a few minutes with them. I think you guys I've been around grading cards since it started years ago. And I can tell you this, without being, you know, a conspiracy theorist, the standards have got a lot harder. It's a lot more strict. But you know how to clean cards and, you know, fix little dings and little dents and little blemishes. So I guess everything evolves, you know what I mean? But if you guys do, if you're not a big grader and you don't have like a rhythm down, but you're never done it before, don't be afraid to do it. It's fun. You know, it's fun to send them off and get a grade. But I would say spend a few minutes with each card, because also grading has become a lot more expensive than it used to be. I remember it was I sound like an old man telling stories now, but like I remember grading was like $9 a card or something for a long time, and now I think it depends on it will go up so quickly with the value of the card, man. So take a good look at them, clean them up. A lot of the stuff like I show you guys, I know that sometimes the results are pretty sweet, but everything I show you guys, I promise you, I can teach you how to do it. Nothing major, but like, now none of those little pieces of whatever stuck to it. So cool. And then you guys, my last tip on these is just, I'll let the cards sit out for a little bit. And then before I put them in the penny sleeve, I just do a once over. And I will do a once over because I am very detail oriented, and I will just do a once over and I'll touch them up, make sure there's no little fuzz on them. And then I'll sleeve them up, and I got a little pile I got to do for them, but I told them, dude, I'll tell you guys this. Let me tell you this. My two sons, both my boys, just got finished their quarter at school. Straight A's for both boys. And I said, I will get your cards graded for you, my friend, because you are kicking major ass at school. So I'm proud of them for that. So let's hope he gets a bunch of good scores on his Pokemon cards. But that's kind of like the gist of that one, you guys. So just, you don't have to spend all night with them. You don't have to like put everything between pads and plates or anything like that. Like some of them times you do, but that's just really how I'll quickly clean a card. Look for it, but sure enough, it only took the first one I didn't really see much with, but sure enough, the second one had spots on the back and little touches on the back. If you just sent it in, what if you pay $40 or whatever to get it graded and you get like a 9 when all it took was like a couple, swipes and it's clean and it looks good. And you guys, everything I'm teaching you is how to make stuff go back closest to like showroom condition, like stock. It's not about removing anything. Removing stains is cool, but it's not like, I'm not like sanding the surface of these cards down or anything like cheesy or sketchy like that. Just cleaning the fronts, cleaning the backs, and when I can, help get a little crease out or a little wrinkle out. Of course, man, it's awesome. You know what I mean? So if you're first time watching and going, what are you doing over here? That's the thing. I've always loved cards. I've always been into taking care of stuff that I love, and therefore I've always been into card care, I guess, But let me show you this Barry Sanders, you guys. This is a cool one, okay? So, if you guys don't know, Barry Sanders is like one of my idols and favorite football players of all time. One of the things I thought, so awesome about Barry, besides being such a great football player, was, I don't know how, if you guys know this about Barry Sanders, I have no idea how Barry Sanders could be so damn good at football and score so many touchdowns and never like bragged or like talked crap, or he was just like such a class act. And it was so wild to see someone that was such a gifted athlete be so opposite of what you'd expect somebody with skills like that to have. Just wild. And you guys, I'm sorry that I didn't say thanks. I thank you guys for all the nice words. I appreciate you guys seriously so much. And JS Card Mayhem, he wrote tried the cleaning kit, cards look immaculate now. That's the plan, brother. That is the plan. So thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this stuff too. I do. So let me tell you guys something. This is something I'm going to teach you tonight. And I want you guys that collect patch cards to go look at them. And I'm serious. I could be wrong, but I bet you're going to find something. Almost every patch card, you guys, when I look at them, I'm going to take my phone off the stand. Watch this. They get hazy around the patch. So it's kind of hard because, let me see if I can turn off my lights. I can see it, but I want you guys to see what I'm seeing. You're going to see it, I think, in a before and after, hopefully. But I want you guys to look at your patches. See the foil? They always are cloudy. They're always like white hazy. And it's like, so watch this. See this area? From my angle, it's a lot easier to see because the damn light is too bright. But there's like a haze that goes around this. It's like that on this card. It's like it on Flawless cards. It's like it on National Treasures cards. It is like that on so many patch cards that I run into where there's like, what I think, and I don't know for sure, but what I think is it's the fumes from the glue that the patch is on. So I think that they must stick the patch in there, press the top layer on, there's some sort of glue or some sort of fumes, and it clings to the foil around the window, okay? Because I don't think it's degrading. Somebody threw up degradation. I don't think we have any degradation here. I think it's some sort of quick reaction that happens from the glue. It's got to be, because it has to be, because it's on almost every window, okay, you guys? So let me show you guys this, all right? So there's a couple things I want to talk about patch cards too. So we're going to clean it, but here's another thing I want you guys to be super careful of: touching these damn things. You know what I want to get? Because I love this, and I got to give a shout out and love to my buddy Brad. Brad's a customer of ours, of Kurt's Card Care, and every couple months or so I'll go to the P.O. box and I'll have a package from Brad, and he sends me stuff, you know, and so Brad sent me this as a gift, and I thank you, dude. And I want to get one of those double cases. I want to get one of those the one touches to put it up on my display wall. So I'm going to buy that next. Yeah, you're right, Derek. Derek wrote, hardest thing to grade, because they grade all the edges, even around it. You're right. I don't even care about getting it graded. I just want to make it look good and display it on my wall. But here's what I want you guys to look at. Another thing we need to look at. There's a dent. If I can show you guys. Watch the edge. See it? We're going to work on that tonight too. Okay, so don't leave. Sit still. Get comfortable. You see it? All right. So first things first. No, you guys, a Jeter is going to be the last one of the night. So you stay tuned. I want you to watch it. Here's what I want you guys to know about working on a patch window. Don't push on it. Because if you push on it, you'll get those bend marks. And you guys, anybody that sends me messages that has a patch window and there's a crease coming out of them like that, it's because, man, somebody freaking pushed on it. And there's no way to fix it. And I mean, there's probably people that are better working on cards than me. So, I mean, maybe somebody knows how, but I don't know how. So, like, I can't tell you when you see a crease in a patch window how to fix it. So my rule is don't touch it. It's not going to get any better. It could only get worse. You know what I mean? So what I want to do, you guys, is this might not be the most remarkable turnaround right here, but I want you to see what I'm saying. I'll just clean like the top of it in this one right here. But I got this from Brad, and I noticed I haven't done like little detail work on modern era stuff like this on a live in a while. So I'm like, let's do this. You guys, I just put card spray on this. Sorry that I didn't say that out loud. I just put a little card spray on here. So watch this. We'll do... I'm going to come in with a microfiber. It's just one of those dang things that doesn't film well. So, but look at this. God, it is hard to show you guys, but it is coming all off. And it doesn't even require any sort of effort. It's almost like you just have to touch it. But look at all of your RPAs. Everything that has a shiny a shiny patch window, and I guarantee you, you're going to find this weird haze. But card spray, you guys, 1, 2, 3 gets it off. And I had a, yeah, that's exactly what I think. Critical Defense, super glue does crazy stuff to plastic. That's exactly it. That's exactly why. Because the fumes are heavy, and it will leave that weird, and this had like a glow, a weird dull glow all the way around it because of that. Not the best visual, you guys, but you'll get, hold on, there's still some over here. Not the best visual on my live. I apologize about that. But when you see it, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. So now what I want to do is I want to try to get this little, everything else looks good. This thing is awesome. But I got a little, it's hard to hold a patch card too. I got a little ding right there. So let's get this out. And I've been thinking about you guys, and I'm thinking, how am I going to show this? Yes, that's exactly right. A dab of card spray and patience for that dent in the edge. I love the answer before I even had to do it. You know what? I'm looking at this, and I'm still not loving this. 1 second. There, I got it. It's like you guys can't even see it, but I can see it. And it's tripping me out. There we go. All right, I'm happy with that. Now I want to prop this up, you guys, so you can see it. Okay. Let's figure this out. All right, so you guys see it? We're there. And what I want to do is I want to touch the bottom part of this card, you guys. Let's see if I can show you. It's like it's a dip. You see how it dips down? It's like a valley. I know it's like a weird way for me to hold my phone. You guys bear with me. It's right here. It's a little dip, and it goes down. So with that, I am going to try. See, now humidity with a straw? Absolutely. That's a good idea. But, you know, you could do, you guys, too. I'm pretty confident with card spray. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is let me show you something. We'll do a little bit of card spray on a Pokemon sleeve, just right there. And I want to get a new, I'll keep guys, I keep one of these like beat up because I like to sometimes just have a soft, like one with a blunt surface. This one is not blunt. This is a fresh one, okay? So what I want to do is we're going to probably pick up most of the card spray here. And thank you guys, everybody, seriously, for watching tonight. And if anybody, you guys, I'll get questions about if like I can do this for you. I don't make the everything that you guys, I do these videos on them using the products that I make, and they're available for you guys. So like I can teach you how to do this stuff. And if you ever need anything, or you want to see like more specific stuff to do, please visit my website. I love my website, and I'm always trying to make it like improved and better. And at the top, there's a area called Modern Cards, Vintage Cards, and TCG. And you'll have a nice breakdown to show you the things I can show you how to do. All right. So now you might see guys going, all right, what are you doing here now? So what I'm doing here now is I want to put a baby touch of card spray at the bottom of that dent. So if you guys can visualize what I'm doing here, the dent goes and then it's a dip. So I'm trying to touch the bottom of it to lift up the little bit of paper, because I'm trying to, the paper got smashed, like but if I can touch a little bit of card spray into this open edge, I think we can get it to grow back up into place. I'm almost like just painting it very lightly. It is a good website, Michelle. Thank you. Rambo asked me a question. Hey, Kurt, how knowledgeable are you on signatures? Curious what pen marker should have used. Let me know, Rambo, what you mean. Like, are you looking to remove some pen or some marker? And you guys, this move right here, what I'm doing. Hey, Dan, good to see you, buddy. This move that I'm doing right here, you guys, is something that I'm going to repeat probably a few times, okay? So what I'm going to do is touch it one more time. And if it's cool with you guys, I'm just going to scoot it over, because we don't need to sit here and just keep watching, but I want to show you something. Look at what we've done so far. See that lifting up? All right, I'm wrong. We ain't going nowhere. We're staying right here. Dude, that's good. Hold on. I'm holding the phone with one hand and doing this with the other hand. So you guys, don't tell me if you're brand new and you're nervous to get practicing. You got to do it with holding the phone with your left hand and touching this with your right hand, okay? You can do it, I promise. Hold on, this is good. All right, so we're not done yet. Let me, you guys, I'll answer any questions here in a second. But here's what I'm happy about. See how you guys can see? Let's use the light. It's going away. Look, it's going away like right now. So let's get there. That's what I want. That is exactly, I love that message. It said it took me 3 to 4 times of repeating this process over the course of 2 to 3 days for Bernardo Silva 49 patch. Awesome, right? And this is, you guys, key for, and this is doing it right now, and I'm not even touching it. You see it all starting to go back into place? Watch this. We'll even make it a little bit cooler. Let's put a penny sleeve over it. Let's back up a little bit. Penny sleeve over it. Card tool. Now, and you might think, how hard, what are you doing? I am just literally, guys, just making contact, barely even touching it. I'm just, like, when I started working on cards years ago, you guys, I'd always use my fingernails. So, like, I want to feel it. So I just, like, will use my nail and go like this. But using your nail's not the best. Don't get in the habit of using your fingernails. Use my card tool. It's easier, but that's the same concept. And I'm just, you guys, I can see a little texture in it. I'm just kind of pulling it and helping it relax and go to its normal spot. And you guys, I got another card to do tonight, so please hang with me. Got some more stuff coming up. But I just wanted to see how far I can get this one first. And I am going to, it's not the most realistic thing to think I'm going to get it all done right this second. But we made a hell of a movement real quick. So let's do it. Thank you for saying that, Critical Defense. He said he loves the card tool. I use this thing every day. I've said it a million times. I need to make more videos with it, but I almost use it just as like it's always there. So I'm picking it up and always like messing with it. All right, I'm in a good spot, you guys. I got a little bump here going on. Remember, it started off as a valley. Now I got a little bit of a bump there, and I'm going to let that dry. And we'll look at it before the show's over. That's it. That's really the move, you guys. You know what I mean? Oh, you guys, I have to be a night owl. You know what I mean? I have to be. Fortunately, you guys keep us all busy during the daytime. It's like pretty much most of the day is, I got usually a couple hundred messages we get a day. So a lot of that, then our staff is here during the day, making all the products, doing all the mail, doing all the correspondences. I'll try to do some videos and stuff like that. And then it's nighttime. So work for yourself, they said, right? It'll be fun. 3 shifts a day, 8 days a week. But if you like working 3 shifts a day, 8 days a week, it's fun to work for yourself, But I thank you guys for that. So now let's get on to the Derek Jeter. It's got some crap on it. It's got some heavy crap on it, so I don't know. Somebody wrote me, is that the Barry Sanders a fake Target jersey? Yeah, of course. There's no game used jerseys. Panini would have to pay for that or something like that, That'd cost a couple $1,000. So why would they spend that on us? You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll tell you what it says on the back. Let's see. The enclosed player-worn material is guaranteed by Panini. So Barry possibly put it on. Who knows even if that's true. But I am going to pretend it's true. And I'm going to pretend that Barry touched this spot and was like, Kurt, this is going to be for you someday. It's me, Barry. So that's what I pretend. So let me, looks pretty good from here. I'm going to put this thing away and we're going to work on the Derek Jeter, all right? So give me 1 second. We'll come back to it. I'm just putting it over here because I just want it to, dry. Or I want that little bit of card spray I just put in there. I want that to dry. So we can just see if it's flat. I'll do a before and after on that one. Probably gonna have to do a before and after on the Jeter too. But we're gonna go as far as we can go tonight. So let's turn this thing around. All right. All right. So I'm a sucker for this card too. I'll always buy it. I don't care if it's in a low grade or raw or whatever. I just always like this card. I always like Derek Jeter. So there. But check this one out, you guys. It's got some permanent issues, I can tell you that. I don't know if I can clean all that up, but we're going to try to do that tonight. These cards are stupid sensitive, I'll tell you that. Like, even like that, you guys, you see that white corner? So many of these cards came with that white corner. So if you have a white corner, my friends, there ain't nothing you can do with it. Kind of even like that. You know, it's just like, it's fortunately sharp. One thing this card has going for it is it has sharp corners. Yep, 93 Jeter foil. Yep, that's exactly right, Derek. So there's a Jeter rookie, you guys. And yeah, most of my cards have white corners too. I can relate, but check this out. 1993. That sucks. And then if you guys notice, it goes, I can see that like 1993 bumping through the front up there. But makes a good card care card, right? And like there's more writing right down there by his leg. So let's give it a shot, all right? This is what you guys come here for, right? Let's see what the heck we can do. I don't know if I'll do anything, but I have no shame telling you guys I couldn't fix it or whatever, but let's try. Like, there's stuff in his face. Hat. I know. But this is a good card to pick up for card care, and it wasn't expensive. It was only like $20. It's worth $20 to me. So I'll buy it. $20. I spent $20 on all kinds of stupid stuff in my life. So another $20 for this card, that's fine. I know, right, Derek? A PSA 10 sold for $204,000. They made 1 million of these cards, but they had so many damn issues on them from the get-go that when you send them to a PSA type of company, it'd be very hard to get a 10 on one of these cards. I've owned tons of these cards, and I don't think I've ever had one higher than an 8 when I've got them graded before. So I believe that. Yeah, it's exactly. Somebody wrote $20. That's 2 coffees. No crap. I'll pay $20 for this thing all the time. It's therapeutic for me to sit here and hang out with you guys and talk some card stuff and clean it with you guys. Like, a good therapist is like $100 an hour. You know, I can sit here and talk with you guys and work for $20 an hour. I'll take it. Card spray, you guys. Let's just see whatever we can get off these things. I'm going to clean the card first because I don't know what we're going to do to the back. We'll figure it out. But this was in a fairly gross penny sleeve. Oh, look it. There's some writing on the penny sleeve. Hey, I'm like a detective. Yeah, so no doubt. That's it. So this penny sleeve is gross too on the inside. So I'm just going to clean it first, all right? And then we'll see if there's anything we can do on the back. Might look a little better from card spray a little bit. Let's keep on going. Have you guys, like, whatever you guys, I got a question for you. Have you guys noticed, I feel like card prices and like the card market's picking up a little bit. I've been I've always watched stuff, and I always, usually buy stuff with like the card show in mind, just stuff that I can use to work on with you guys, which I like the most. But I've noticed that like nicer cards seem to be selling for more money. I don't know if it's just the stuff that I follow. Like I like vintage, I like Tom Brady stuff, I like stuff like Derek Jeter, things like this. But I feel like it feels like I've been, I always buy stuff on auctions. I'm always looking for stuff like that, and I feel like all the stuff that I like to watch is like getting more and more expensive, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It is a interesting time in the world stock market too. Yeah, you can see. So here's what I did. I would say that the card spray did a nice job, but I still got like these weird kind of like spots and crap in there, you guys. So like that's when card polish comes in well. So let's do, now that we got like I don't know, age, residue, whatever. I'm sure this card was never graded in its lifetime because it just looks like it's been in the sleeve for most of its lifetime. So got most of that crap off the front. We're going to go to the back, you guys, here in a second. But let's just get the front as good as we can get. Because even if I can't get that lovely 1993 off the back, I'm going to show you guys that card spray and card polish are good for an SP. So if you got one of those at home that are a 9 and you got just a dirty surface, man, if you're one of the few that can get it to a 10, there you go. That is wild, Derek. Skeen's debut patch is up to $840,000. I can't even get talking about that. I don't even know. Like, what does he, in order for that to sustain a value like that, would the guy have to win 15 or 20 World Series in a row, do you think? I don't know if he would have to win 15 or 20 World Series in a row. Yeah, I Scuba Flex, so I'm not the only one noticing, right? And I'm not a cheapskate, I don't like haggle people for card prices. I'm happy to buy it at market value or whatever. But I have noticed that stuff has gone up, and then it makes me. You guys see this? This is actually not too bad. This is looking good. But then I've noticed that when I go back, do you guys ever sell stuff? You ever spill stuff? Or I read something. I spilled my whole bottle of card cleaner. What the heck's going on? What'd you do? Take the lid off? Miles, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I got more for you, though. But what was I saying about the card prices going up? You guys ever sell stuff and then you regret it and you go back to buy it again, but it's like way more expensive than what you sold it at? Yeah, I do that. I can't be the only one. It sucks, though, because there's like a few of them that I was like, oh, I'll buy this back in a few years. I'll buy the back in the next few years. And then like a few years later, it continued to grow like I figured it would, like when I bought it the first time. But some of those ships have sailed. If there's any Tom Brady collectors on here, I had a Tom Brady stained glass gold. Like they only made those, I think, for 1 year, and it was like 17 or something. And it was a Tom Brady stained glass gold, PSA freaking 10. And it was when I was way more into auto cards, and I traded it for a Tom Brady auto. And it's like now I look at that, I haven't even seen a stained glass gold sell in years. But God, I was stupid. So let me show you guys this. This ain't bad. Look at this. It's actually better than I thought. Yeah, right. Sold your yeah. We're all gonna like feel it together. Yep. Sold my childhood Pokemon base, jungle, and fossil binder on eBay for $200 when I was 13. I know, dude. It sucks. It's like only collectors would get it. That turned out well, didn't it, you guys? This right here. I want to look at this under the microscope, if you guys don't mind 1 second. I won't keep you guys all night, I promise. But I like this card, and I'm really happy with how much crap came off the front, but I don't know what this is on the edge, so let's look at it. I think I have a feeling I know what it is. Yep. All right, so here's what I'm looking at, you guys. I'm just using my microscope. It ain't dirty. It's just like this quality issue. See, it's just like a bunch of texture-y foil. Yep. So it's not a substance I can clean off. What I was looking at, you guys, is this, because I keep on wiping at it. Oh, sorry. I just got a message I saw from Bullseye. Bullseye, absolutely. If you got a, let me show you something real quick. Bullseye Collectibles just asked if you're looking at an 86 sticker. Let me show you. So like, here's an 86 sticker, and I'll do this on a different day. But look at this. If you guys got on the back of your 86 cards, if you got the sticky junk like that all over the back card, that's from the wax pack. This was the back card on the pack. And you guys, you just use my card polish right here, and that will take it all off. 1, 2, 3. I'll do it on a different show, but easy to do. So very good question. And yeah, I definitely sold some of the best cards in the world because I was always good at collecting, and I always stayed into it, and I never like bailed on it. But man, I did sell some cards sometimes where I needed the money, you know. But if you guys are just watching this one, we got the front looking good, but let me show you the main things I'm seeing like that. You're welcome, Bullseye. Go ahead and get that stuff off the back, and that Jordan will look great. So thanks for asking, of course. So you guys, I don't want to soak this card here. I'll tell you, you can't soak this card. You'll screw it up. It'll ruin the foil. And actually, that is not half bad, is it? That's a good turnaround, man. I love it. It never gets old. I seriously, I always feel like I look at it, I'm like, damn, that looks great. And now it makes me really want to be able to get that off. So here's what it is. It's definitely indented, and it doesn't look like it's pen. It doesn't look like it's on the card, but I feel like it's indented in. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to do a couple things, you know. Hockey Cards HQ sold a Magic the Gathering, Arabian Night, Black Lotus when I was a kid. Dude, I sold 2 Tom Brady rookie tickets. One was an 8.5, and the other one was an 8. 10 auto. Sold those when I was like, oh, yeah, they'll never get more expensive, and I'll just buy more someday. I remember I sold a gold Brady Kaboom before I collected all the Kabooms, and I just needed the money, and I sold it for like $2,000 or something, like when it was in like 2019 or something stupid. Yeah, it's all right though. You know, unfortunately, I got my health today. Life is good, whatever, right? But here's what I want to do, you guys. Like, I want to see if yeah, what I want to do is transfer a little bit of card spray onto this and just see if it does anything. And I'm going to look up at my messages real quick. Billy hit me up, and Billy's asking a question, you guys. Let's see if we can help him out. Billy said, I have a Jeter with a couple minor scratches on the surface, probably from being put in a top loader without a penny sleeve. You're absolutely right, Bill. That's probably the most common reason that would happen. And you know what? Card polish would be the best shot. It would be the best shot. So just like do a couple applications of it. You know, you could do as many as you want. You'll never hurt it. But scratches suck, man. And they're usually permanent because they usually will take out some of the foil or some of the plastic. And if you guys see, like, see what I'm doing here right now, I am not trying to get the card really wet. I'm trying to kind of, like, tease it a little bit, I guess. You know, I'm not scrubbing on it. I'm just moving. I'm just moving the card palette or card spray over it a little bit because I know I'm going to have to get these out with moisture, and it might be with a card sandwich overnight with a little bit of spray, or I could it'd be cool to get it up as best as I can right now. And there's a couple indents on this one I'm working on. And if you guys were just watching and you're like, what the heck are you doing? There's the card was dirty and we cleaned the front of it, but now the back, there was writing, like indents on the card. And upper deck stuff like this, you don't want to get it wet, but you can get it kind of lightly damp. Let's just do this for a second. I'm just gonna put a couple dots, you guys, like in the valleys of the numbers. I think this will work, but it might take a day or two. I just wanted to show you guys at least the my thought process when I see something like this. Most card damage is all the same stuff: dings, dents, dirtiness, whatever. But they're all different. You know what I mean? It's all different. So sometimes they react real quick. Sometimes they don't do anything. Sometimes it takes a few days, but I'm just going to do this for a few minutes, you guys, and I'm not going to have the capacity to sit here and do this all night, which I don't even think would be the right move, but it's cool just to kind of get it, just seeing if I can get it to activate it a little bit, which I think I'm doing. Yeah, Derek, it is kind of like paint by numbers, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like if you're an archaeologist, I'm sure it's great when you look back and the whole T-Rex is built, but there's a whole bunch of doing this to the T-Rex before you can, on a little piece of it, before you can admire the whole thing, right? So I'll tell you guys, this is a lot of card care right here. Some of the times my videos are fun to watch because I'll cover it all real quick. But like, this is basically part of the gig, just doing stuff like this, taking your time, but I have been very successful at getting dents out of the back of and the front of Upper Deck paper cards. I do think that this is very hardcore, but I think that we can make some improvements. See, the thing that sucks about this one is it looks like it's like white. But if you guys see this, I know that you can totally see it, but if it is totally like getting a bit softer. So that tells me, and I'm putting in that light so you guys can see it. So this tells me that I feel good about doing a little light mist on a pad, and I bet you guys by tomorrow morning, if I can't get it too wet, it's the easiest thing to do. And then if I come back and it looks like it has lizard skin on it, I screwed up. So we got to keep it light. But I do think that this is going to make a good improvement, just based on the little movement that I've seen so far. So let me get kind of my setup here. Ooh, it actually is looking good, better, isn't it, you guys? Or you could be looking at this going, dude, looks exactly the same to me. Either way is fine. But I can see it softening up a little bit. And that would be super, super kick-ass if we could get this out. That would be one of the biggest indents I've had on a modern card with a premium front on it. Here's what I want to do. I want to look at the Barry Sanders card that we started working on, and I want to put this between pads and plates for the night. So let me get some materials. Okay. So you guys, this card, the front of it is a foil finish. There's no reason for me to get the front damp. I don't want to mess it up. I know the card was only $20, but it looks better than $20 in the front for now. It looks cool. And I don't care if it's $20 or $2,000. I am a freaking stubborn mule when it comes to doing this type of stuff, and I will not stop until I freaking get it right. So we're gonna treat this card like it's $1 million card. We got these big indents right there. I was able to soften them up. Yeah, that's right. It's a $50 card now. So what I'm gonna do is I want you guys to see this. I'm going to use card spray on a mat, and I'm just looking for a light sparkle to it, like that. And I'm also going to do just a little snail trail up in this area. Just like a little pre-treatment up in there. Close it up. Well, it would have been super cool if it just would have like all went back into place real quick for you guys, like 1, 2, 3. But no, it's not gonna. But I do feel good about it. So I'm gonna follow up with this one. Oh, let's see. I'm going out of town this weekend, you guys, and I'll be gone for spring break for a week. So I'm gonna get it done before that, I promise. So I'm gonna put this over here. Let's grab our Barry Sanders, and then I'll say goodnight to you guys. All right. So I just want to see if our edge is any better. I have to carry it carefully because it's one of these wonderful booklet cards, but it's hard to carry. So hold on, let me flip this back around. Okay, so it's hard for me to shoot this from an angle, guys. I'm going to show you where we're at right now. So we had a dent in the edge right there, still there. You can still see it a little bit, right? This guy right here is the remnants of it. So that's what I'm working on. All right, so let's just do a little bit more to it right now. I think it looks actually really good, you guys. This thing started with a pretty heavy indent, and it's almost all the way gone. And I will do a before and after picture for you guys, but the way we did it, if you missed it, we were just using a little touches of card spray and touching the open edge of the card. And it really has come a long way in just in one session. So this, you guys, now that the card is not as wet as it was earlier, I'm just kind of just dancing along this top surface right to where the edge is. And I want to feel one smooth. I don't want to feel a dip or a bump. I'm just training that area to just kind of fall in line with the rest of the edge. You guys, thanks for watching this one tonight. I know it's like a lot of little technical things, but I think that's important. Almost got that thing back all on, and it's kind of hard to get a focus. I'll get a good picture for you guys tomorrow. But almost got that big, I had a whole dent right there on that edge, and now it's got a little teeny touch. I'll get it. I'll get you guys a good picture. But that was cool. I haven't had an opportunity to own a new patch card in a while, and I just want to make sure it's looking nice and clean. And the edge, you guys, looks pretty darn good. And before you go, I'm going to do one more thing. Yeah, I got a good question. Jam Ham Dam asked me a question. Kurt, do you throw away the microcloth when there's too much card polish? Yes, I do. I get rid of them. You guys, I get them on Amazon, and if you guys need any replacements like these, and then like I don't know if I have any of my black microfibers, like the ones that come in the kit. You guys, I get all that stuff on Amazon, so as soon as it gets a little bit of buildup on them, I throw them away. I throw these away. I purposely don't buy like cloth ones of these because look I don't want to keep that. Throw this away. Get in the habit of throwing stuff out. Yo, guys, what's going on, man? I'm glad you guys jumped in. But I think you guys, this edge is going to be damn near perfect. It looks great. Looks great. So I'll do a better before and after for you guys tomorrow. But we had a pretty big dent in it, and I got a little tiny like blip still there. Here's another thing, you guys. Let's just let it rest. It's no rush. You know, I don't want to mess it up because I know that if I get the pressure of like, all right, must get this perfect in the next 5 minutes for those watching live. Like, that's not how you want to do it. Of course, I want to always make it look good. I'm looking at it right now. Here's an angle. You know, if you guys are, I'm always like that. Like I am, kind of. Even though I got my good lights, I'm looking at it from a few different angles every time I work on these cards like this. So like. You use the good light, but I swear you'll catch me like laying down looking at these things sideways But that's how you find the little details. And, that's whether you just display your cards, sell them, trade them, grade them, whatever. If you like working on them, you get it. You know what I mean? It's just part of the deal. Yeah, see, critical defense kills my net cleaning cards. I know, but look at this. That's why I got the riseable desk. I'll tell you what, because sometimes it is so uncomfortable to like sit and do cards. So for like the show tonight, you guys all sit because I got like a bunch of stuff going on. But like when it's just me, just down here working on stuff, I put the desk up and I stand because. But you know what? It's hard for me to stand and film card care. So I had to get good at sitting down and doing it. Because, dude, if you get on, like, you get a stack of Pokemon cards or new sports cards and you're just, like, polishing them and, like, card spray and polish going through them, man, all of a sudden, like, 3 hours will go by because it's fun. But then you'll, like, stand up and you're like, ugh, I feel like I need physical therapy from cleaning my baseball cards. I'm pathetic. But no, it's for real. So if you can stand up, stand up. So let's see. Let's wrap it up. Showed you guys the 2 cards that from last week, or the one I'm working on, the Pokemon. I that one, guys. So here's my advice. Somebody could do it way better than me, but 2014 Japanese promo, hard as hell. That material doesn't budge. You know what I'll do? I got it right here. I think I'm going to card soak it to see what the hell happens to it. If it's anything good, I'll report back. But I'm just going to use the card for fun now. I couldn't get the dent out of it. That zipper track mark out of it all. Arch Manning card. That was cool. So, John, thanks for the data. My buddy John sent me a card to have and to work on. And I can say that you can get the dent out. I had to soak the card, got the dent out. But there is a print line at the bottom of that dent. So I don't know how many 10s are going to happen on those Arch Manning cards, but it's just if you want to soak a card and learn how to soak a modern card, it's a fun one to work on. You'll get good results. And then the berry, look around those patches. There's always going to be hazy stuff. I swear, every time there's haze around those patch windows. And I think I'm going to have a real good edge video to show, or good edge fix up here too. All right, did I cover it all? I think I got it all. And you guys, I couldn't do Wednesday Night Live just by myself, man. It'd just be a normal day of me sitting here talking to myself. So thank you guys for being here and hanging with me. I look forward to it every week, and I truly appreciate it. Now, next week, you guys, I'm going to be gone. I will be on family vacation, so I'm excited for that. But, work's going to be open, man. So if you guys need any products or anything for your upcoming projects or whatever, my wonderful staff will be here all week. So you guys, mail and stuff will go out. We're just going to be a little bit, trying to unplug a little bit. Really, you guys, ever since Kurt's Card Care started 5 years ago, you guys have kept us busy, and I have not really gone anywhere. So we're doing it next week, and I got to admit, I'm anxious. I'm like, man, I can't leave. I'm a control freak. I got to be here. I got to tell my friends how to work on corners and edges, but I know everything will be fine. And thank you guys for those of you that joined tonight. Super cool to do this live with you. If you didn't see the whole thing, it's going to be recorded, so it'll be available for you to watch whenever you want. So freaking appreciate you guys. You're awesome. Peace and love. Remember, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So be good to yourself and be better to somebody else. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.